Okay, you mentioned Sheikh Hamza Yusuf said
Yeah.
at the Rihla, the hang on. There are and will be plenty of doctors, lawyers, accountants, etc.
Mm.
But we need more scholars. Do you believe that still is the case now? There are many shayukh in the UK, so is it necessary for us to learn to teach or only learn for ourselves? Interesting question.
Yeah, I think the situation's absolutely a lot better. I would still say, I would personally say, I don't know what your perspective is, but I would say there's still a gap.
Yeah.
Because, see, the thing is that we may have scholars, but what we need is specialization. So, for example, I was talking about Islamic finance, right? So ideally, the way I would see it is, if I had like a team of 20 scholars, let's just say, and we all had like kind of, our financial situations taken care of. We could say to one, right, okay, go away and specialize in finance. You go away and specialize in inheritance and wills. You go away and specialize in whatever else other area. Like, for example, I would go and specialize in marriage, right? What that would do is it'd free you up to basically go into a lot more depth into one area. So then if we had questions, right, if it was related to finance, we say, right, that's Sheikh Fulan's area, and he's been spending the last 20 years working in Islamic banks, and he knows all the different products and what's happened, and what the fatwas are, and we'd just give it to him. Say, for example, it was marriage, you'd say to me, right, okay, what's the situation? Another area, wills, we've got wills and inheritance, we've got a complicated issue, we will give it to that person. So then what we do, it's the same like with medicine, you have GPs, general practitioners, but then they have specializations, you have consultants, right? I think that's what needs to happen as a next stage. So we've got these mashayikh, but then what we want is we want them to all specialize in different areas, and then we can really get a lot more out of them. So I think that's what I would say. Also, I would say is that every generation needs its doctors, needs its dentists, needs its accountants, and needs its scholars. So I think Sheikh Hamza was just looking at the lack at his time, but I would say that even if the numbers are good, every area, the arts, everything, we need people in every area, because at some point, we're going to leave this world, and people will need to take on that role after us. So people need to replace the scholars as they move on, and also the same thing with all these other areas. So I think we need everybody.